this, I just recorded a podcast on this, but you're familiar with Zen cones, right?
Zen cones?
Yeah, cones, Koan. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. So,
No.
a Zen cone, for instance, is today is the 8th day of the month. Tomorrow is the 13th. Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Neither of those are correct, but you're going somewhere, so I'll go with it.
That's the Zen cone. So anyways, you can study that later. My point is, if there is a point, I love Zen cones. And when I was thinking about automatic goals and goals gym, the challenge we have, you remember I was saying there's almost 50 people in the first few weeks, yet let's say 20% haven't even got through 50% of the material.
Right.
And so that is a discussion we've had, but this is if Zen cones could be an illustration, there's only really one diagram on the cover of this book. Do you see it?
The infinite?
Yes. Now look at that closely.
What
do you see about what does that tell you? If you just had to stare at that for a day, what would that mean to you?
The infinity?
Yep. Symbol? But look at this one in particular.
That one in particular. Well, it's not even, it's not equal.
Okay, good.
The coloring is different.
Yep.
And there has that point on it. It almost has a point, like there is a starting point.
OMG. Yes. And so the correlation, because we don't have that much time, I'll jump to the chase. This, first of all, I was tasked when the Habit Factor became an app and I was writing the book, I was like, what's the image? And I woke up one morning 15 years ago or something, and I was just like, or 12 years, the infinity symbol. And then I was thinking about the H in habit and how this is all going to lead somewhere. I trust, you trust me. See,
I do trust you. Yeah.
See the H?
Oh yeah. I never noticed that before, but yes, I have seen that. Of course.
The infinity is the cross.
Yep.
So, but it's also broken.
Yep.
And this is where I'm going. Once automaticity, that's the scientific term for habits, kick in.
Yep.
Habits become more and more automatic. They require less and less conscious thought.
Yep. That's when the pain goes down. We talked about that.
Yeah, and that's partially why they're given a negative connotation.
Oh, sure.
But the flip side is when we intentionally craft good supportive habits, that automaticity works favorably for us. The symbol is, and by the way, so that was never a symbol of habit as far as I ever saw, as far as I ever researched. Now there's probably a dozen habit apps that use the infinity symbol, and it's on books and it's all over the place. But that's besides the point. The reason I did this was I thought it had to be broken, because what it allowed us to do is understand that we could intentionally make or break habits that serve us in this automatic fashion.
Love it.
And so that's why it's broken. And here's the other important reason why I'm bringing it up at all. You've seen the slide, the shackles, right?
Yep.
Habit, a shackle for the free. Habit, and I didn't even know what that meant. It was so confusing. Habit, a shackle for the free. What it means is the people buy into this program or buy into any program. They sign up for a gym membership. They go once, and then their life consumes them. Their automaticity, their habits are binding them. The very habits that they said, hey, I need to change my habits. are the
Yep.
ones binding them in place and keeping them from changing their habits. At the same time, they have the power with intentional practice, again, following par, to craft new habits. So that's a
Yep.
long way to say that the people who jump into new programs, whether it's automatic goals, Goals Gym, or anything, they often don't do anything with those programs, sadly, because they're bound by their existing habits.
Yep.
Fascinating.
It's fascinating. And I mean, it's not surprising, and it's surprising at the same time, always to me. And yet I know that that's the case, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like the numbers and how many people, you know, rejoin the gym or restart the gym or whatever, and then never attend or fall off or whatever within the first 6 weeks.
Yep. And I think it's because they do not necessarily understand that the same force that can set them free
Right.
is the one that's binding them. That's why that I love that statement, that quote, habit, colon, a
Yep.
shackle for the free. We're
Yep.
free to form our habits, and then they bind us. So
Yep.
incredible. All right.